Hello, good afternoon, Facebook. Welcome to the We Are Women on the Rise live chat. I'm excited for you to speak with me and my guest today, Nina Monique Nina Spain, as she is tagged, and she calls herself the Corporate Rebel. So we're looking forward to speaking with Nina. We're going to give her a few minutes as she joins the broadcast. We're going to give her, I see somebody coming in. Come on in, guys. Share this out with your friends. We're going to be talking about Nina is, like me, a full-time employee and a full-time entrepreneur, and she has some exciting things on the horizon for herself and her company. So we want to be able to share some of that with you guys and kind of give you guys some insights on how you can run a successful business and be a stellar corporate employee. Let's see. We have Natasha Nurse is watching. Hey, Natasha. Welcome to the lunchtime Facebook Live chatter. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me test it out.
Natasha.
Oh, yes. Am I even loud? I'm super loud too, right? We're going to quiet it down. We're going to quiet it down. Let's see. We're going to give Nina a few minutes to join in. You guys are going to enjoy our conversation this afternoon, especially you guys sitting at work on your lunch break in corporate America, and you're getting ready to a new project or a new company that you want to start. We're going to talk. Hey, Nina, come on in. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome. So as we were waiting for you to come on, I told everybody that you call yourself the Corporate Rebel. And I just want to be clear to everyone watching, you are still a full-time employee.
Yes.
Just a little rebel.
Yes.
Why do you call yourself the Corporate Rebel? What are you rebelling against since you are still working full-time?
Well, I'm rebelling against one, having to live or having to think I have to do or be part of corporate America to be successful. A lot of, in my opinion, you know, we train, I don't have children, but from the way I was raised, you get up, go to school, then you go to college, and then you try to find a good job in corporate. I was really never told to go out and start your own business and to know that you don't have to only be successful in corporate. You could have other things going on, and it could be something that you enjoy, and you could be successful in that. And, you know, for me, I just learned what I could from corporate America, and I applied it to my own business, such as learning about formation documents, LLC agreements, learning about how to open up a bank account under your business name and having, you know, to deal with taxes and certain things along that line with maintaining your business, learning how to interact with people of different levels of position. So when it came to me having my own business, and when it came to me sitting down talking to my attorney to get my business started, I knew already how I wanted to form my business. I already knew about the different tax laws. I already knew about the state registry, being registered in New York City and things along that line. So I was well aware of what I was getting into. So for me, being a rebel, I just know that I could do more than just work for other people. I have the knowledge to go out and do other things. So that's why I call myself the Corporate Rebel.
Absolutely. Is it what you said? First of all, shout out to New York City. We're in New York. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are New Yorkers. One of these days we're gonna meet live and these internet.
I'm actually from Paterson, New Jersey. I just spent a lot of my life in New York.
Working, because what you said is the same for me in my upbringing and in my life. You're taught that it's education and then find a good job, you know.
Yes.
And it's crazy for me because my grandparents, my family is from Haiti. And so in Haiti, my grandparents were entrepreneurs. Because what else,
Yeah.
there's just but so many things you can do. There's you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, or you're an entrepreneur, right?
Right.
And then all
Yes.
the other mid-level careers. So it's crazy to me how my family, my parents, both my dad and mom's side have entrepreneurs in their background, yet we came here, they came here, and they were they instilled that value of go to school, get your education, and as African Americans, just get a good job and with good benefits, because
Yeah.
the corporate system can provide benefits, and you grow up doing that, right?
Yes.
What industry do you work in? You don't have to say the company, but what industry do you work in that you were able to learn all of those great things that that helped you get your start?
I work in investment banking. I do consultant work for various financial institutions, very well-known, prestigious financial institutions, and I'm thankful and grateful to have that opportunity to work for, the names that we hear all the time when we doing, our banking. So I'm definitely thankful and grateful for it. But at this point in my life, I was chasing money when I was in my 20s. That's what I was running after. And now in my 30s, I'm like, okay, I need more than that. I
Right.
need to be enjoy what I'm doing. And I also learned that money isn't everything. It's nice to have, but have to actually be able to do something that you enjoy, I think that's more fulfilling. And you have to learn how to develop the patience to know that when you love doing something, the money will follow eventually. But
Yeah.
you have to have that patience, and you have to have good intentions, in my opinion, and everything will follow to you.
Absolutely. So tell us about Miss Nina Monique. Tell us
Mm-hmm.
about your business. So we heard about your career and how you spent time, and you're still spending time in corporate America and using those skills that you developed there to start, grow, and be in business and be an entrepreneur today. Tell us about Nina Monique.
Nina Monique, there's Nina Spain, as I put it, and then there's Nina Monique. Nina Spain is the corporate girl, the one who lived by the book and just try to do everything right. Nina Monique is the adventurous one. She take risks. No one can stop her. Once she put her mind to something, she think about no consequences. She just go for
That's
it.
Sasha Fierce. That's Sasha Fierce girl. Oh, I love
And, and that's what got me into having a clothing line. I put that to the side because I wanted to get more into media. That was always my first love, being in media. And I started the Nina Monique Show, which is able to bring out Nina Monique, that girl who's not afraid to say what's on her mind. And she's just all about helping people and all about trying to find some way to bring people together any way that I possibly can, like my favorite activist Malcolm X say, by any means necessary.
means necessary. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said was, so that people are listening and they understand, right? You
Mm-hmm.
started out with a clothing line.
Yes.
But ultimately, you are now doing what your heart truly loves and desires. So how does one go from knowing in your heart you want to be in media, but start out with a clothing line first? What got you to do a clothing line, and how did you transition into doing your first love, which is media?
Before I got into banking, I tried to start a magazine for kids in the inner city called Urban Youth Magazine, which was a platform where I wanted them to speak about the things that they face on that they face daily, and I wanted to just give them that platform to express themselves. Things didn't work out with that, so I went into investment banking to make money. Then when I was in investment banking, as I mentioned, I learned a lot, and then I started to live my life a little bit. I got into a relationship with someone who was verbally abusive. I was told I wasn't pretty, I really wasn't worth anything, you know, things along that line to bring down my self-esteem. And one day I was looking at the show that was out on VH1, Single Ladies, and I was like, I want to do something like that, have something where women can go and they could sip on wine and talk and just, you know, enjoy being around other women who may have similar issues. So I started sketching. Then I was like, I want to do something with this. So then the next thing you know, I'm looking at fabric swatches. And I met two women, Kim and Janet from the Martini Factory, and they're helping me put my line together. Then I met someone before then named Tiffany Shepard, who was helping me make sample clothing. And once my line started taking off, I started getting into media because I'm the face of the brand.
Right.
It's named after
marketing.
And everything started to circle back to what I wanted to get into, which was broadcast journalism. And then I was like, okay, I really like this. And you have to sometimes be careful what you say out loud because words are powerful.
Absolutely.
Then the next thing you know, I'm meeting people. Her name is Katia Page, who introduced me to her photographer, who have a radio show. And he was like, I would like for you to be on my radio show. Hi, Sean. I would like for you to be on my radio show. So I came as a guest and I was like, I like this. So the next thing you know, he's like, I want you to be a part of the show. So I was like, me? Really? So when I became part of the show, I was like, I would like to have my own show.
Right.
And I met the owner of the radio show, InTheMixRadio.com. And, you know, I asked if I could have my own show. And he was like, sure. And I have my own show.
You see how that works? So you went in, you started off in media. Somehow that led you down the path. Hey, ladies. Hey, Yolanda. Hakaya. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, drop the questions for Nina in our comments. We'll get to you in a second. I'm just so thankful to be having this discussion with you right now. You took it from starting your first passion, which is media. Then somehow that developed into a clothing line, which in itself is still an amazing thing to do. To launch and have a clothing line is not easy. But what I hear you saying is that you persisted. You continue to put yourself in the right rooms, in the right meeting spaces, and you continue to pray to God, ask you to make your vision come to life and align you with the people and the places to get you where you wanted to go. And doing the work for your clothing line led you, like you said, to be the face of your company, to be involved in marketing and media. You have to represent your company, and that brought you back in love with your radio show.
Yes.
That is so fantastic. Tell our viewers what they're going to get when they tune in to the Miss Nina Monique Show.
Well, what the listeners will get is, my goal is to have people walk away feeling empowered, to know that whatever dreams they have, they can accomplish those dreams. And you have to be fearless. And I want people to know that no one could stop you from doing anything you want to do except for you. And I just think it's important to instill that in people because, again, like we mentioned earlier, during my time, we really wasn't taught to be entrepreneurs. We was taught to get a good job. And I think, especially now with everything that's going on, especially among people of color, it's important that we have our own business and we learn how to support each other. We learn how to communicate with each other. And that's what I want the Nina Monique Show to be about, where people could come and talk about different type of topics and just talk about how we can make things a little bit better for ourselves individually and as a people. And I just want people to walk away knowing nothing in life should have limits on it unless you put a limit on it, and you was put on this earth to be all that you could be. And never give up from whatever it is that you want to do.
That's the theme song that I play in my head
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's the singer, but it's "Don't Give Up, Don't Give Up." That's my song I play in my head. You have your daily affirmations, you have your daily scripture. I add in a daily song of motivation. Everybody needs one. What's your theme song? Mine is "Don't Give Up, Don't Give Up."
Yeah.
Now, going back to the clothing line.
That make you happy. As your guest yesterday said, when you wake up in the morning, you have to tell yourself a story.
Yeah.
And it's very important that your story be positive, because for me, it's at a point, I mean, like I said, I learned a lot from corporate, but it's at a point where I'm really not happy doing what I was doing anymore. Now, I want to go into something different, and the smallest things could, just make you mad, and it could change your whole mood. And the next thing you know, you walking around in a funk.
Right.
And everything negative is coming at you, and you have to give yourself a story. You have to give yourself affirmations. You have to know that what you're going through or your journey is for a purpose, and it's going to play out. You just have to be patient and recognize your blessings that you already have.
Absolutely. And surround yourself around the people that match and align with the person you want to be, the person you want to become. Make sure you have those people surrounding you, whether they know more than you or they don't. They've been to where you're going or they haven't. It's good to have the both, right, in your life.
Exactly.
I do want to touch on the clothing line and just get a sense from you. Who was your target? Who are you making clothing for, and when are you going to get back to
it? My target was for plus size women.
My people.
Yes. I think, fashion for plus size women, when I started, it really wasn't many online boutiques. It really wasn't, a lot of designers out for plus size women. Now it's a lot out. So, I want my line, when it come out, to definitely tell a story about who I am, and going from Nina Spain to Nina Monique, because I think a lot of women can relate to that. Those of us in corporate, we have to dress and present ourselves a certain way, but when we go out with our girlfriends or out on a date, or we just want to have a good night out, we want to wear something cute and sexy. And that's, more of what the line is about, going from one person to the other and remaining confident and secure in yourself. And I definitely want to get back into it. I think once I can get myself up to where I want to be with the radio show, and I start meeting different kind of people that could help me get my clothing line to the next level, then I'll start getting back into it. But I still have my sketches. I still have the ideas of what it is that I want to do. I didn't toss it away. It's just I'm trying to create that right, I guess that right path for it to come out. Once people know who I am and what I'm about, then they'll gravitate to the line.
I think that we're going to be so thrilled when you finally do launch that. I will be one of your fit models.
Thank
I
you.
will, because you're so right. It's so difficult as a plus size woman, to often find new, unique things, and things that you see on not necessarily plus size women, but average size women that would still look great on us, right?
Exactly.
Like, hello, just widen it up a little, give me a little curve on it, right? So
exactly.
Nina, tell us what you're working on now. Did you say the your show is already launched? And how often will you be on air? It's internet radio, so they could find you online. They could find your replays. Tell us about how they could find your show and where they could listen.
Well, the show aired February 3rd. That was my first show. The next show is February 17th. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. on inthemixradio.com, or you can go to my website, theninamoniqueshow.com, go to the schedule page, and you can click on the link there, and that'll bring you to the Nina Monique Show. Also, I stream live on Facebook and Instagram. And for those who missed the show when it aired, you could go to the Nina Monique Show on YouTube, and you can see the videos from there also of the previous show.
All right, Monique, Nina, I need you to put in all those links in our comments for our viewers and our listeners to be able to just quick link to get you through your YouTube link so they can subscribe. I can't tell you guys more. You got to subscribe to our pages. You got to help us elevate to that next level in our YouTube. Natasha says, done, done, and done. Kaya says,
thank you, Natasha.
I'm interested. Oh, are you looking for models? We have a taker.
Yes.
Kaya Daniel, she wants to be a plus size model. What was the name of your clothing line?
Nina Monique Voluptuous Boutique.
Oh, is that website still up?
I'm sorry?
Is your website still up?
Yes, the website is still up. It's www.ninamonique, V for voluptuous, B for boutique.com.
Okay, guys, you heard it here. Now, tell us anything you want to impart on the audience. I know you shared and dropped a lot of motivation and encouragement. Tell the viewers how you actually balance being an entrepreneur, being a full-time employee, and having a life of your own, because I imagine that you do be popping it and going out, and you have a full life with friends and family and relationships, right? So tell us how you balance your life.
Well, for me, thankfully I have Natasha. Thank you so much, Natasha, for your help. Whatever she can do to help me, she do. Like help me, go over websites, or she do the review of documents for edits. The submit your story that I had, she helped me review them. She comes up with the whole thing for Instagram that I greatly appreciate. Thank you. And then on the weekend, being that my show is every other Saturday, the Saturday that I have off, that's when I take time, or try to take time for myself and try to meditate. I try to do that as much as possible. I try to meditate. I go out, I try to spend time with my mom. And on Sunday, I try to catch up on, some things that I know I have to get out for the show. And then the next thing you know, it's time to get up and prepare to grind again for work for the week.
So top.
Yeah, for me, it's like I have to do what I have to do, because I've been waiting so long for this. And I personally feel, again, when you believe in God, he's going to help you along the path, and he's going to help you take time out for yourself. He's going to put you in situations where it's like, okay, you know what? Step back for a minute, take care of yourself. And what you work for, I'm not going to let it slip away. We're going to get back to it, but I need you to get yourself together, because you are the one that's carrying everything. Mm-hmm. And you for this, and you don't want it to fall due to being exhausted.
Right.
So, I take time out for myself, and then I just ask God, okay, so what do I have to do next? What's the next step? Guide me. Don't leave me by myself, because I can't do it by myself. Right. And the next thing you know, he'll present something to me, and I'm like, wow, you're incredible. Right. Thank you.
He's an amazing.
So I have him to guide me towards everything, and my mom to keep me calm with a lot of stuff. So
support, faith, understanding your values, understanding what you want out of life are the key elements to succeeding, the key elements to keep on pushing, right? Because success is endless. There's no such thing as a ceiling for success. Exactly. Of where you are. Oprah's trying to make more money every day. Okay. No matter where you are in life, there's always a next level. There's always success. But when you carry your faith, your spirituality, have that proper support system, Know that you must put yourself first. Those are
Yes.
key things to finding balance. You just brushed over the submit your story part, which we need to talk about before we go. I want you to tell everyone about submit your story and how they could, what is the purpose of submit your story and how they too can be featured on your blog, where I was once featured. Thank you very much. On your blog. Tell everyone watching about submit your story and how they too can be featured.
Well, it was a discussion Natasha, nurse, and I had. She know I like to help people, and she know how very much I think about trying to find ways to help others. So she said, why don't we do something with, something called Submit Your Story, where people send in like somewhat like an essay, and they give you, a synopsis of their life. And from there, you can go into spreading inspiration to other people to know that whatever situation you may be going through, there are others who went through it and look at where they are now. So we started that, and I loved every minute of it, seeing some of the submissions come in from Katia Page to you. When you sent yours in, I was like, this is so me.
We're like, don't we even look alike? Look, split screen. Don't even look alike. Sister.
And there was just so many inspirational stories, and we started putting them up on the website. And whenever we would get one, we would put it up to provide inspiration to others. Now the site has moved over to the Nina Monique Show, and you could go on the inspirational blog site and see some of the submit your stories. And if you would like to submit your story, there's a contact page, and there's the email info@theninamoniqueshow.com. And you can submit your story through there, and we'll post the story. And I also want to do something where I could even invite everyone on the show to talk about their story and let everyone have that moment to shine in the studio and talk about what they went, where they are now.
I can't wait. I hope to be invited as one of your in-studio guests. I've been in studio at other radio stations, and it is just so much fun. It gives me the buzz. I want the buzz too, but I'm busy. I can't add another thing, Lord Jesus. I want more, but calm down. Careful for what you ask for, because he will give it to you, right?
Yes.
I thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys felt inspired and motivated from our conversation, and share this out with your friends. Hit her up on her website, www.ninamonique.com. Submit your story to be featured, and you might even appear as a guest on her radio show.
Yes, we'd love to have you. Right. And entrepreneurs also, to tell your story of where you started with your business and how you're doing now. And I definitely want to be able to have that platform to give everyone that voice to talk about their accomplishments. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Nina. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next time on our lunchtime chat. Bye.
Yeah.